All right, thanks everybody for joining me today. Eric B Chu with Chu Homes. Today we're going to be talking about the San Francisco real estate market. I have three short slides. We'll be first going over median sales price for single family homes, and then condos, townhouses, and co-ops. And then we'll be looking at days on market, and then also continuing to the total number of homes sold. So let's get started. And please ask questions in the Q&A and I'll get to them at the end. So like I mentioned, we'll start with San Francisco today. So this is the median sales price for 2019 versus 2020. The gray is 2020, the black is 2019. So let's start looking at July and August. So for July, the median sales price of a single family home in San Francisco from 2019 in July was $1.35 million. And then for 2020, it was up 50,000 to 1.4. For August of 2019 versus 2020, it was 1.35 to 1.403. And looking at condos, so there was also an appreciation year over year from July and August as well. So 1.1 million for condo, townhouse, and co-op, 1.1 to 1.225 from July 2019 to July 2020. And for August was 1.112 million to 1.170 million from August 2019 to 2020. So I think an important thing to look at is the change in price, right? So year over year by month. So we can see from this chart, if you look on the single family in April, from year over year, there was actually a decrease of 7.14%. But since then, so May, June, July, and August for single families in San Francisco, there's been appreciation for all those months year over year. So just for example, in August, it was like I mentioned on the previous slide, 1.35 million median sales price from single family to 1.4, which was a 3.93% increase. Looking at condos, it's a little bit of a different story. There was a decrease in price for a few months there for May and June. Since then, we've rebounded for July and August. So for July, it was actually up 11% from 1.1 million to 1.225 million for condos, townhouses, and co-ops. And for August, there was a 5.22% increase for the condo, co-op, and townhouse market. So the last slide that I want to go over, which shows a really interesting story, is the days on market for sale. So that's how many days it takes from when it was first listed to when it went pending. So it was sold. So for single families in San Francisco, it's been quite healthy with being well under 20 days for both last year and this year. So for last month, August, median was 16 days on market compared to 17 days the previous year. So that's actually a decrease. And the really interesting story is on the condo and townhouse market. So there's quite a dramatic increase in days on market for condos, townhouses, and co-ops in San Francisco. So starting in May, there's been quite an increase. So in May, it was 33 days on market compared to 14 days the year before, so which is 135% increase. And for June, it was similar sentiment, which was going from 14 days in 2019 to 29 days on market. So we've stabilized a little bit. So for July, we have 24 days on market, which is the gray line above. And now for August, it's 31 days on the market for condos, townhouses, and co-ops in San Francisco, which is a 63% increase. So that's my short, condensed market stats for San Francisco, single family, and condos versus townhouses. So let's jump into the Q&A, and we'll go through a couple of questions. Thanks for everyone for asking. So first question, how much have prices fallen in condos in San Francisco, if at all? So like I mentioned, the median sales price for the last 2 months for July and August actually has increased from last year. I think what's happened is the days on market has increased, but in terms of the overall price, they've actually still, for the ones that have been on the market, they have actually sold for a little bit higher, comparing the median to last year. The next question is, are there investing opportunities in San Francisco? The answer I would say to that is yes. I think just seeing the days on market on the condo, townhouse, co-op side, I think there are opportunities on that front. And then the last question is SF the right opportunity to buy in 2020? I think there is a good opportunity, similar to the previous question that was asked, and I think it just depends on your needs and what specifically you're looking for. So if you want to reach out to me, we can talk offline about that. Thank you for that question. Another question asked was how many homes have sold, right? So for single families in San Francisco, last 2019 August, 289 homes were sold. This year, 353 were sold, which is a 22% increase in number of homes sold on the single family side. For the condo, townhouse, co-op side, in August 2019, there was 253 units sold, and then this year is 271, which is a 7% increase. So it's I would say quite stable, and if you look at the stats, it tells a little bit different story than what the media might portray. So if you want more detailed stats or me to look at any other counties or cities, please comment below or message me directly, and I'll get those on future episodes. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. I think the next episode, I think I'll be doing Santa Clara County, and then the next 2 counties will be San Mateo and Alameda, and then we'll be doing deep dives into individual cities after. So I'll take any requests anyone might have for specific cities or counties if you want me to prioritize that. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll see you next time.